Welcome to In the Kitchen, starring Jackson Shealy, where good ingredients becomes great foods.
Man, am I hungry. What's for dinner?
I was thinking we could have spaghetti and sausage.
Great idea, but I don't know how to make it.
Well, this is my sous chef over here, my dad / sous chef, and this is my little sister Olivia, and Daddy is just cutting up some, taking bits out of some olives for the sauce, and he's cutting the sausage.
Why are we doing this now, Joe?
Well, it's called mise en place, so that you don't have to do it later in the time, because then it will be harder to do it, but we're already waiting for it to grab and go. And also, we have two sponsors today, Hershey's Kiss and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. They are very glad to be here. Now we're just gonna see, we have some water in there that we're starting to boil. It's getting ready to come up and start boiling.
And Chef, what do we throw in the water before we put the pasta in?
We put salt on it so that you can so that it kind of absorbs it.
So we put salt in there, a little more. We put salt in there to flavor the pasta. A little more. Good. Good job.
Alright, so now that we have the water going, we can start the sauce. So, hand me some olive oil.
Oh, here's some oil, Chef.
No, not this stuff. This is
What's wrong with that?
Well, this is just pure canola oil.
Oh, you want Italian
Yeah,
oil.
yeah.
1,000 apologies.
Now we have some onions, some salt, and some red pepper flakes. We're gonna put these onions in that we cut up in the mise en place.
I want you to knock down the heat a little bit, Chef. That's good.
And we put down the heat a little bit so that it can cook a little slower. And then there's some salt.
Salt there? Yeah.
And then we have some red pepper flakes.
Just a little bit. A little more. I'll put a little black pepper in there too.
Yeah.
Freshly ground, of course.
Alright, so now that we got that on, we're just gonna wait for the onions to slow down. And now we're gonna put the olives in the olives.
Yes.
And we're gonna scrape some olives into
The
the
onions
sauce.
are all cooked down.
And then we're gonna put about this much of some garlic, just to put that in there. And then now we will put all this red sauce in. Alright, now the reason that we put all that stuff in is because we didn't want to just put only this stuff in, because we like to kind of doctor it out a little bit and put some other stuff in there to kind of put it
You want a spoon rest, Chef?
What?
You want a spoon rest, Chef?
in. Yes, please.
A nice boy made that for us. And then you get the heat on low.
So now we have the heat on low so that it can just sit and kind of cook slowly.
It'll burn.
It will burn if we keep it on too high.
What's next step, Chef?
Now we can check if the water is boiling. Alright, it's not yet, but now we need to do the sausage because that's really important. Just clear away this stuff.
So, Chef, I'm going to cut these in half.
Yep, cut those in half so that it can cook quicker in that, and we have some more sausage.
You want to tell our audience what kind of sausage these are?
We are having chicken sausage because the other sausage you can use that, but this is healthier and it's already cooked, cooked, so that you don't have to cook it and then cut it in half. So now that we have those cut up, we're gonna
So, Chef, just put a nice sear on those, okay?
yeah, we're gonna have this over on our heat, and then we're gonna wait for that heat up to heat up a little bit. We're gonna take this over. And we're gonna put some olive oil on it.
Now it's a non-stick pan, chef, so just a little bit.
Alright, so now, gotta spread that around the pan a little bit, so that it gets everything.
Now, in the spirit of the hockey playoffs, you want to make the first one ice skate around to spread the oil around for
Yeah.
you. This is Chara. And that's Lucic. Okay.
And we put them flat down first so that the heat can rise up onto this and get it a nice kind of sear on it. And then after a minute or two, we keep on checking it. And then when it's ready, when it's kind of brown on the side, we flip it over to cook the other side.
It's like this water's ready.
Yes.
Your fingers are the best towel these days.
Alright, so it sounds like the water is boiling. So we can check that again. Yep, it's boiling. So now, just put this over here. And now we do a little special trick with the pasta, because if you put it all in at once, it will stick together and then you'll have really thick pasta. So what we like to do is we like to put our hand right here and just kind of bring it out a little bit and just get some of the pasta out, like that much. Kind of hold it in your fist like this. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna stir it around the pot and slowly let go of the strands of pasta as we go around so that it can go around. And we're gonna do the same thing until it's all gone. And then at the end you can just dump it in because it's only a few more strands. It doesn't really matter. And then the stuff on the side, just as you're swirling the last pieces around, just kind of take the tongs and put them down and stir it around a little bit. So now that we have that, we can put the lid back on. So now we have the pasta in there and it's cooking up. And now it sounds like these are starting to sear up. So now we're gonna, it looks like that these are starting to get a nice sear. So see how they're kind of brown on the bottom? And so Chef, can you turn these over a little bit?
Yes, sir.
And then after that, can you just stir the little bit that's on a little bit?
Nice sear on these, chef. Good job.
Thank you.
You want the wine sauce?
Yes, please. Now, don't worry, kids. The wine is okay because on the stove it cooks out all the alcohol. It just leaves the taste for a little bit. So now we're just gonna chop. Can you chop and add a little bit of the basil a little bit? So we have some fresh basil that we're gonna take some leaves off of, and we're gonna so that we can garnish the pasta.
So chiffonade, chef. Remember we taught me this? You roll it. You roll it up.
Yep. And then you cut it into you dice it up a little bit.
Thanks for letting me use the knife. Usually you do all the cutting. Thanks for letting me do some cooking today, chef.
It's okay.
And you make little ribbons.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you have like little.
And you want cheese too?
Yes. We now see here we have this Parmesan or this cheese that we got that is right from Italy and is really really good. So that's what we're gonna use with this. And then we're gonna use this little hunk of it. Alright, now you got the water ready, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna strain out all the water from the thing, and we just put a glass of cold water in so that it brings up all the nutrients. so that it's alright.
Want me to dump this in, Jeff?
Yes, please. And then we'll dump it into the strainer, and then all the extra water will come out. But don't rinse the pasta because that's a lot of people make that mistake. But you don't want to do that because then it can get the stuff all over the
Want me to put a little sauce in here?
Yes, please.
So we mix the pasta with the sauce.
Yeah. And what you want to do is you want to put like half the sauce in because then at the table you can have it so that the sauce can, if anybody wants extra sauce, they can have it.
You want to
So
stir it up?
now we're going to stir it up so that it gets everywhere. Tongs is the really good tool to use for this. But just want to stir
Right
it.
here, Jeff.
Yeah. Now we're dishing out all the stuff because we've made it all. And now you know that it's true that good ingredients make delicious food.
Then we're gonna put some cheese on top.
Yep, and then we'll put that basil that we cut up, and that section of basil that we cut up, and then we're gonna put it
Cheese. Show them the finish part.
and got this as a final part. And then you can. Until next time, this is In the Kitchen with Jackson.